The following program is a part of Black Squirrel Entertainment.
Guess who got sued?
And which cast member just got their big break?
Making Can't Feel Like Hollywood, this is The Blurb.
Well,
Welcome back. I'm your Dionysus reincarnate, Rocco Grassi.
And I'm your Hermes for the show, Nick Keller.
You know, the intro, kind of lacking. Hate to say it.
What do you mean by that?
We're glitching. We're just, I don't know, we're losing it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's well, off day, I guess.
Yeah, off day. We got sued. That's right. Turns out the Blurb is trademarked by CNN. And after a lengthy lawsuit, the show was found guilty of copyright infringement. We've been charged a hefty fine for the name use, and all monetization on previous shows who mention the word blurb goes straight to CNN. In fact, we literally just lost $70 for me mentioning the previous name twice. Due to this legal battle, the show will henceforth be known as The Blarb. We here at The Blarb apologize for any confusion this may cause and hope you understand and embrace this change.
Yeah, it was really difficult. We're actually bankrupt.
Yeah, we have no money.
This may be the last show. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, we're going to be selling these pins actually at the end of the show.
We are.
So.
They are Peter's, but they're worth a lot. So
Yeah.
Well, in more happier news, our fellow Blarb cast member, Katie Waggle, was recently seen exchanging kisses with pop superstar Chapel Roan at the Burt Pickle Friday night. The pair were seen together after Roan's Pink Pony Pickle Show, a drag show which she hosted mere minutes before the two were seen being romantic on the dance floor by Blarb's director, Sophia Sonato, who then took a snapshot of the happy couple. The news is unexpected, but very nice to hear, as the two are infamously known for their will they, won't they over the last few months. We are very excited to see the two continue to thrive, and we also look forward to Roan's second studio album, Your Favorite Blarb's Favorite Blarb, which will reportedly include a song all about our very own Katie Waggle.
I'm still really upset that we didn't go to that last week.
I know, apparently she teased new music.
Come on!
I know, I'm sorry. I guess she teased the song about Katie.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, if we can't get any worse, more shocking news, allegations of Blarb cast member Peter Karam have arisen. The allegations from an anonymous source posted to Tumblr claim that Peter might in fact be superhero extraordinaire Spider-Man. The post reads, quote, "I've never seen Peter and Spider-Man in the same room. He's always seen wearing a black jacket. What could he be hiding under it? Spider-like abilities? How does he get home? Web slinging? What does his friend Nicholas Keller know?" End quote. We here at The Blarb intend to look into these serious allegations and update you accordingly.
Listen, don't bring me into this. I am just the guy in the chair.
Likely story.
Whatever. Well, in more happier news, The Blarb is going to Broadway. We have recently gotten the news that the jukebox musical entirely about us and our show will officially hit Broadway this summer. The musical is written and will be directed by Lin-Manuel Miranda. It will also feature a few original songs written by Miranda. The cast is stacked, with Jeremy Jordan playing Rocco Grassi, Ryan McCartan playing myself, and even more. You can help support this performance by buying our official The Blarb the Musical merchandise, or by buying tickets to the opening night this July. We're all very excited to see our vision come to life, and we know that Lin-Manuel Miranda will make it even bigger than Hamilton, but not quite as big as Cats the movie.
Ryan's a good choice for you.
Thank you. You know that JD is actually one of my dream roles?
Really?
Yeah.
That's fitting.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm here for it.
Why is it fitting?
Don't worry about it. We cannot stop losing. After a very long legal battle, Vinny Sonato is back in Portage County after jumping the stage at a Tyler the Creator concert. The tour, which was for the new album Chromacopia, had a stop at the Columbus show and had a very unexpected stage runner. The Blarb's own Vinny Sonato ran out to the stage screaming Chromacopia very loudly and running into Tyler the Creator. He was escorted off stage and was quoted screaming, "I love you, Tyler. Cherry Bomb was peak." We have reached out to Tyler for a comment but have not had a response yet. Tyler Mania is no joke.
Tyler Mania really is no joke. I think it's objectively worse than Bieber Fever, and we're actually checking Vinny into rehab tonight.
Good. Vinny,
so.
We're hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Do better.
Well, again, more happier news. Folks, it seems that our showrunner's time at the Blarb has caught the attention of a very big name in Hollywood. CEO of Marvel Studios, Kevin Feige, has signed a 3-picture deal with Coleman Arthur, who will write and direct the studio's very first film about fan-favorite character Howard the Duck. The goal is for Coleman to be in charge of an entire trilogy relating to the character. Coleman told Entertainment Tonight, quote, "I'm so excited to bring this character to life. He's a very special character to me, and I think it's going to be a quacking good time, end quote. The film has a budget of $22 million and is expected to be Marvel's most profitable project yet, with Seth Green set to reprise his role as the titular Howard, who we last saw on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Please take this time to congratulate our incredible showrunner and wish him luck on his marvelous journey.
Yes, thank you, Coleman. I hear rumors that he's going to be getting REO Speedwagon back together.
Really?
Yeah.
Just for the movie?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
it's
for the
going to be
movie.
awesome.
So-
It's going to have a better soundtrack than Guardians of the Galaxy.
I know, I totally agree.
Says a lot.
Well, don't go anywhere because after the break, we're talking about albums that people hate, but we definitely love. Oh, and one more thing.
April Fools!
Greetings. It is time for yet another Behind the Blurb, the only segment that's got all the jack of all trades involved. I say that because today we have a pinnacle example of a jack of all trades, and you are about to learn all about why. So please welcome Jenny Zaborowski. Greetings.
Hello. First off, this is not the only show that has me. Believe it or not,
Far from the only one. Yeah.
to be honest.
Well, welcome to Behind the Blurb. It's well overdue. You are like the longest outstanding member of the show, and I'm just gonna stop talking. Please, Jenny, tell us like what you do for the Blurb and just for all of student media, and like how you got involved, when you started, and just like what all you've done in between.
For sure. I wrote out an entire page on my notebook of everything that I have done in student media, so I will definitely have fun writing all of that out. Okay.
This is business.
I started in the spring of 2022. I started with student media with TV2 in the spring of 2022 because one of my sister's friends from home was the producer at the time, Jade Denias. And Jade was like, hey, you should do ASG. And I was like, sure. And I got to auditions, and my current roommate and the former producer and showrunner of The Blurb was like, hey, you should do The Blurb. And I was like, sure, I will. So I did that, and then in the fall of 2022, I was like, I don't know if The Blurb's for me. So I was just cast and writer for ASG. In the spring of 2023, I was cast, host, and the AP for ASG. In fall of 2023, I was cast, host, and the AP for ASG, floor crew for Sports Corner and the Thursday newscast, and CG for the agenda, rest in peace. In spring 2024, I was a showrunner for ASG, floor crew for Sports Corner, the Flashcast, and the Blurb. That was my return. The TD for the Tuesday newscast, and Grab Back. In the fall of 2024, I started up being one of the heads of studio operations. I was the showrunner for ASG, floor crew for Sports Corner, the TD for the Tuesday newscast, Thursday newscast, Grab Bag, and the College Voice, and the production member in residence for the Thursday and Friday newscast, the Blurb, Grab Bag, College Voice, and Kent Core every other week, and then the back row for overtime. And then in spring 2025, I continued my job as one of the heads of studio operations. My job is the showrunner for ASG, and I do weather on Mondays, and I'm the floor crew for Sports Corner, and I'm the director TD for the Tuesday newscast and overtime. I'm the TD for the Thursday newscast and half of the semester for the Friday newscast, and I'm tech manager, which was the PMI, but now it's tech manager for the Blurb, the Tuesday newscast, half of the College Voice, Friday News, Kent Core, and overtime, and I am audio for the Blurb currently.
You get around.
Thank you.
You very much get around.
Thank you.
It's easy. It's easy to say that you are definitely one of KSTV, production film distribution, and BSC's top heavy hitters, and you definitely have a lot you carry on your back throughout the week here. I kind of wanted to orient into the Hollywood side of things for this next question. So I want to ask, in terms of like famous people, I guess, I want to ask, and I personally know the answer to this question, but this is a question I'm sure the audience would like to know. I would like to ask, have you met a celebrity, and if you did, which one was it, and how did that go?
I guess it depends on your definition of celebrity. But
If they have some kind of cult following to an extent and have like a fan base, I consider them a celebrity. That includes like content creators.
how about my mom?
Oh yeah.
I've met my
Yes.
mom. My mom is great on Twitter. Shout out my mom.
Shout out, Ms.
Everyone
Zaborowski.
at my high school loves my mom, except if they don't, and if they don't, I will yell at them. But yeah, my mom is definitely a celebrity, definitely in Hollywood, for sure.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. But that's just, shout out to Mrs. Zaborowski.
Shout out, Mom.
Shout out Jenny's mom. We love you, Jenny's mom. Jenny Zaborowski, everybody. We'll be right back for more programming.
Hey there, viewers. Welcome to a completely normal discussion of the Blurb. Absolutely nothing here is out of the ordinary. Today, I've wrangled some people up to talk about our favorite albums of all time.
I would like to start. You guys know when Apple gave everyone that U2 album?
Yes! Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it was really a very sensual album cover.
Very central.
And my mom asked me what I had downloaded, and I said it was already there.
Did anyone's parents believe them?
Yes, because we looked it up after.
Okay.
You guys gotta understand though, that is an essential for albums. I remember Pitchfork gave it a 9.9.
No.
Yeah, everyone was
Yeah?
going absolutely insane about this album.
That's fair.
It was so innovative and extremely ahead of its time. It was insane.
So iconic.
My favorite track on there is called, I believe it's called Black Dog.
Oh, that's a good
Yes,
one.
Yeah.
yes,
I remember that one.
Led Zeppelin?
Oh.
Who's Led Zeppelin?
Who knows?
Anyway, another album I want to mention is, this is an essential, Living Room by AJR.
Oh.
You gotta mention that when you're
Peak.
talking about the best albums of all time.
Peak.
I think my favorite track off of there is Thirsty. They have some really great lyricism
The
on there.
yodeling's really nice.
They have,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
thirsty, 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 yodelehi, yodelehi, hee hoo, yodelehi, yodelehi, hee hoo. Like, that's peak lyricism if
That's
I've ever seen it.
lyrical genius.
Lyrical genius. I think it says a lot about the current state of our economy.
But also, does AJR have a bad album?
No, they don't. Every single album is a 10 out of 10. They're all absolutely amazing. Not a single song on there is bad. All of AJR's songs are amazing. I am not
You know
lying
what?
when I
In
say
honor
this.
of AJR's incredible lyricism, let's insert a random video game noise right here.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
of course.
Anyways, while we're waiting for that, I'd like to mention another. This is an essential hip hop album, The Big Day by Chance the
Oh, I'm so glad you mentioned this.
Rapper. Big Day by Chance the Rapper.
Every feature goes crazy. We got Shawn Mendes.
Shawn Mendes.
We got Shawn Mendes.
Shawn Mendes.
Shawn Mendes.
Shawn Mendes.
Chance the Rapper's wife.
Shawn
What about Shawn Mendes?
Shawn Mendes.
Shawn Mendes.
Man.
Oh my gosh. I mean, that album was absolutely stacked. It was only 5 minutes long, but I think all the 5 minutes, and I found it weird too that the only song on there is called Hot Shower.
Oh yeah.
Which
no filler.
I think is absolutely no filler, and he knows how to make an absolutely amazing lyrical album.
I've got
300
muscles like
seconds.
300
Or
seconds.
300 seconds?
I think
How
it's
many
300
is that?
That's good math.
600 seconds? 300? 300 seconds
300
of
seconds.
300 seconds of straight fire.
Straight
when
fire.
he said, "I got muscles like Superman's trainer," I cried.
Dude,
I cried.
I cried when Chance the Rapper was exchanging pictures with Shawn Mendes on the song. It was absolutely life-changing.
Beautiful.
There's another album I really want to talk about. It's so amazing. It's an hour-long noise album, which does not hurt your ears at all. Pole Steven by Merzbow. Gotta mention that. It's absolutely insane. It doesn't mess with your senses at all. It isn't an absolute pain to listen to. I love it. I love it so much. I really thought it was interesting the Chapel Roan feature on it.
Oh, I forgot about that. Was that in the deluxe or was that just straight up?
I think it was just straight up because
Wow.
this album, I'm pretty sure, came out in the 90s, and most people don't know that was the debut of Chapel Roan, was on Pole Steven by Merzbow.
No, that makes sense, right? Because yeah, the whole New York scene. Yeah,
Exactly,
For sure.
exactly.
Wow.
Does
Man,
anyone
how old was
else
she now?
have
Like
any other?
2 years? I don't know. When was she born?
1804.
You have one?
Probably.
Oh yeah.
The Gummy Bear album.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course.
Classic.
of
When did it
course.
come out? November.
In the 2000s.
In the
It's
2000s.
November.
When did we buy
They
it?
talked
14th?
about it.
November
on-
14th.
November 14th. That might have
that
been
it?
I think it might have been the 14th or the 12th. One of those.
I
two.
just like think of a more generational song than I'm a Gummy Bear.
Everyone knows it.
Oh, I'm a gummy.
I
Everyone
mean,
knows the
it's
lyrics
straight
to
to
it.
the point. It's simple. You get exactly what you need from it.
Like,
Taylor
come on,
Swift could
let's-
never.
I think we should all sing it together. Ready?
She got a big booty, so I call her
I'm
Big
a
Booty.
weirdo.
That was good. No, I think that,
That
was
was
it.
that was
Yeah,
that
that's the
was-
song.
Ryan, do you have any albums you want to mention?
I'm gonna say the Imagine Dragons Evolved album
Oh,
because
yeah.
everybody knows they were on Broadway playing Believer out straight to the ocean.
And I think that was absolutely insane, that Broadway performance, 'cause that really, really set the motion for what
In
can
the
be
ocean?
performed in the ocean
Yes.
and on stage. It was
was.
absolutely insane.
And I think it really set the tone for how the band moved forward after that.
Can you
absolutely.
believe that Dan Reynolds got an EGOT for that performance?
He did, that's
So
right.
crazy.
Oh my goodness.
But like, not that crazy because obviously it had to happen.
All right, guys. Hot take here. Dance Monkey by Tones and I.
I mean, that's an absolutely amazing, innovative track, though. I mean, that whole album, Welcome to the Madhouse, was absolutely insane, and Dance Monkey was on that album. I'm not lying when I say that. That album, I think, in general, showed so many different boundaries that were just easily broken, and it had me emotional listening to it. I mean, you cannot get enough of Tones and I, the best singer of all time.
Peak.
Absolute peak.
I mean, this is all truth.
This is all
gospel.
truth.
Yeah.
I'm not lying when I say this. Oh.
I would never lie about music.
I would never lie about music. I
He
never
would never.
Rocco, especially, would never.
No.
Absolutely not.
What
Vinny,
we
that's
have
like
to
his whole
say
thing.
is gospel.
Gospel.
The
Straight
word
up.
of God.
Straight the word gospel. I do want to mention another great rap album, Essential.
Please.
Maybe It's Me by DDG.
Ooh.
Absolutely insane masterpiece. I think my top 4 on that album are I'm Geekin', I'm Geekin', I'm Geekin', and then I'm Geekin'. All 4 of those tracks.
I'd say that's a bold choice, but I kind of agree.
Would anyone, because I've heard people talk about how I'm Geekin' is probably better than I'm Geekin'.
Which one was the one with the Charlie XCX feature?
I'm pretty sure I'm Geekin'.
Oh.
No. What's that? No, that was I'm Geekin', I think.
I'm Geekin'?
No, that was I'm Geekin'.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, no, you're right.
Okay,
It was I'm
yeah,
Geekin'.
because I was on the feature. Yeah.
It was I'm Geekin'. I don't know.
Didn't one have a awesome drum solo?
I think I'm Geekin'.
I'm
might
Geekin'
have.
did for sure.
Yeah.
I'm Geekin'.
I think
might
that was
have.
that was the third track in it.
Yeah, probably.
Because it goes straight in from I'm Geekin'.
Yeah,
Probably
into
goes
I'm
through-
Geekin'.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I will say, I'm Geekin', and I'm Geekin' is an amazing 3-run track.
It's a solid 3-run track. Yeah.
solid 3-run track, absolutely insane. Another one I do want to talk about, and I want to point out some essential songs on that album. Tyler, the Creator's Igor. I mean, come on, you guys know I like Tyler. One of my favorite songs on there, though, is Moves Like Jagger. I think if you guys know that, like, oh
Yeah.
my goodness, Tyler absolutely snapped on that. And then the Hatsune Miku feature on Down with Jay Sean was absolutely stupendous. And then that one song with 21 Pilots.
See, I actually thought that the Payphone, the feature with Taylor Swift, I thought that was one of the best.
Parody?
No.
Not the
no.
Minecraft parody, the original. I will
Yeah.
give a hot take though. Tyler's Minecraft parody of that one Usher song on Igor might be the worst track on there.
What, Thriller?
Yeah.
I think
not
it
a
is the only
fan.
skip.
That's a
I
bold
agree with you.
take.
I think it's the only skip. I agree with you.
I think
Sorry for laughing at your opinion.
No,
it
because
really threw me off.
it's okay.
No,
Well,
it's facts.
it's
No
facts. You're okay. You're allowed to say your opinion. This is
It's
the best
okay
stuff of
to
all
express
time.
your opinions, but if they contradict ours,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think because
entitled
of that,
to it, but
you're entitled to it. And I think
doesn't mean it's
because
right.
you disagree with our opinions, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave.
yeah, no, actually, can you?
Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you. Go on.
You guys want to talk about To Pimp a Butterfly?
Oh no!
Okay.
Awful.
Yeah, it's not that good.
Awful.
I think like it's like a lot of people think it's like one of the best albums. I don't know why they say that.
Awful.
See, personally, I'm a big fan. Geez, sorry.
Yeah, no,
Big
I agree.
fan. Big fan of the Little Einstein Season 1 soundtrack. I actually think that's...
That might be the best
Oh yeah.
soundtrack.
I agree.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
They used
Because
that in
no
that
one
one
else,
game.
no one else
No
made
one
that
else
for the
has
Little
done
Einstein.
that.
Right. No,
They
they
all
actually
compose
had
that
that in a. It was in a video game. It was
I think it was the SpongeBob video
The Last
game.
of Us. Are you talking about
The
The Last
Last
of
of
Us?
Oh, The Last of Us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
Might
you.
have been The
Yes,
Last
it was
of
in The
Us.
Last of Us.
Well, if it wasn't obvious right now, this was another April Fool's joke. Every album that we mentioned sucks, except for To Pimp a Butterfly. But here's another great joke. You're not gonna know for sure if every block we do now is for April Fools, such as our next upcoming discussion about Hunger Games right after the break. Also, happy birthday to my grandpa, Joseph Sonato.
My name is Liam Aberly. I am an assistant designer here at Yellow Cake. Everything I do currently is all stuff that builds on top of things I learned at Kent.
They had a different commitment to their craft or to their major. You know, part of that is just who he is naturally, and I think part of that he gleaned and honed, his time at Kent State.
There has been a bit of a budding scene here in Cleveland between Valerie and some other designers that live around here, and we're really starting to put Cleveland on the map in the fashion world.
I've always loved space and football. Growing up, some people told me I had to choose. But here's the deal. You can be great at more than one thing. And getting involved in STEM opens up your world to a universe of opportunities in life. This is my time. Get inspired and get involved today. There are STEM programs and science centers available in your community, so be sure to check out spaceforall.us to learn more and get started. This is my time. There ain't no doubt in my mind. Find your place in space. This is my time. space for all.
Did you know that children growing up with poor air quality have smaller lungs and higher rates of asthma than children that grow up with good air quality? And unfortunately, poor communities have poor air quality. IQ Air Foundation is working to change this. Today, the IQ Air Foundation provides filtration technology to schools with poor air quality through our Clean Air for Kids program. Our goal is to help over 50,000 school children every year breathe over 90% cleaner air indoors, helping to level the playing field, reduce barriers to learning, reduce sick days, and increase test scores. Mitigating poor air quality is key to environmental justice. Help Clean Air for Kids reach more children at iqairfoundation.org.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Good job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, that's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
First, they said cigarettes were safe. We know how that turned out. Now, they say they didn't market e-cigarettes to teens? Fact, more than 1 in 4 high school students are vaping, and 80% say their first e-cigarette was flavored. Vaping is harmful to developing brains. The reason we think vaping is safe? Marketing. Same lies, different day. Tell Big Vape to quit lying.
Solo stage where the player spends most of it being hunted down by Infinite. The weapon that performed the best here was the Drill Wispen. Its ability to...
He finally is like, I get it now. I get it. I have worth because I'm me. Yeah, and I really liked it a lot. Like, I'm not...
What are you staring at? How do you know it's me? No.
The Hunger Games franchise took over our lives when we were in middle school and basically raised a generation of people who can overthrow the government, just like Katniss Everdeen. With the newest book being freshly released and a film adaptation on the way, we thought it would be a good idea to talk about one of our favorite dystopian series. So sit back and relax because I volunteer as tribute to scratch that YA novel itch that you have in the back of your mind as we discuss The Hunger Games.
I assume we will be talking spoilers for the most recent movie, but not the...
I haven't even read the newest book yet, so I couldn't...
Is that Songbirds or the new one that just came out?
Songbirds. The newest one is Sunrise and the Reaping.
Okay, I haven't seen that one yet, so we'll avoid spoilers for that one?
The movie's not out yet.
The book, but the book for it.
Yeah. I couldn't spoil it if I tried. So.
That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, we can talk about...
everything up until?
Yeah, up until. Songbirds and Snakes.
I don't know how it was
Starving Games.
Okay, yeah, let's get that out of the way before I get crucified. We have the parody movie, The Starving Games, that I think for some reason had a Na'vi from Avatar in it. I never watched it, nor do I care about it.
I would like to say, growing up, parody movies were my peak.
Same here.
So I was a bit like the Twilight parody movies,
Vampires
Hungry.
suck.
Yeah, I think there was like a Jaws. Velocipaster.
Velocipaster.
There's also what was that? Meet the Spartans.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
also
yeah.
a really funny one.
So I personally,
it's dumb, but I love it.
I personally grew up on them, so I am a big fan of them. But that's just also like a part of me. But I get your hatred for it, you know.
Okay. Well, I did want to talk about so books versus movie-wise. Which one were we introduced to first? Which one do we like better? Like, which one do we prefer? For me personally, I watched the movies first. Funny story with that, actually. I was like 10 years old. My dad showed it to me. My mom came home mad because he didn't know what it was, because my dad didn't know what it was about. And my mom walks in the house. She goes, "What are you watching?" He goes, "The Hunger Games." She goes, "You know this is about kids killing each other, right?" And my dad turns it off, and it was really great. And then I watched the rest.
And look at you now.
Look at me now. Not at all bloodthirsty.
Literally, my family watched it in theater when it came out.
I never got to see him in theaters,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is really, really, really sad. I would say movie-wise, my favorite of the movies is absolutely Catching Fire.
Yeah, that's.
Such
I feel
a
like
good
that's
one.
the correct answer. Really?
I like the first one more.
That's fair.
Oh, that's fair.
It's okay to be wrong.
I don't think there. Both take. I don't think there's a wrong answer. I feel like all 5 of them are very strong.
Actually,
so-
no, I feel like there is a wrong answer, and if somebody were to say their favorite movie is Mockingjay Part 1, I think that there's
That's
something.
okay,
I
that's
think
fair.
that there's something chronically wrong with them.
That's fair. That's fair.
Because it's not bad, it's just boring.
Boring, yeah.
Because it's leading up to the
Right.
finale.
I will say.
Okay, it was so boring that I didn't watch Mockingjay Part 2.
You never
What?
finished the series?
Wait, huh?
No, I never finished the series, sadly.
Chat, clip that.
How did you end at the low point?
I don't know.
Did you watch Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes at least?
Yes.
You didn't watch the.
I didn't watch
This is insane information. Hang on, what?
I didn't watch Mockingjay Part 2 for some reason.
Oh my gosh.
Peter, I did want to ask you. I feel like I haven't heard from you in a while. Did you read the books first, see the movies first? What was your deal?
Movies first, and I'm currently reading the books, and I finished Ballad of the Songbirds and Snakes book for
It's long.
this year, and yeah, it is long. It took me till September to
It's why the
September this
movie's
year
so
to
long.
finish
There's
it.
so much information.
Yeah,
Do you prefer the books to the movies or the movies to the books?
movies.
I
Really?
Agree. I
Okay.
agree.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something really special about them. I think it's kind of nostalgia for me.
I think a lot of it is from growing up with them, because I feel like a lot of the arguments are usually that books are better than movies just because of like the content and how much like.
Well, there's usually a lot
detailing.
more like information and
Right.
stuff. So.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like I get it where you grow up on it. I haven't read the books. I want to read the books. I have the first one. It's on my list in Goodreads, but
I have all of them except for the newest one, which I am excited for because it's about Haymitch's games.
yeah, I'm very
so
excited
excited
for
for
that.
that.
Speaking of Haymitch, I do want to talk about. Do we have a favorite character from the series?
Ooh.
I'm biased towards PETA, but
That's
I'm also
fair.
a big
No,
Haymitch
Peter's-
fan.
That's yeah.
Big fan of Haymitch.
I don't know. I really liked. I think a large part. I watched him later in life, so I really liked the. I forget the announcer, but he was had the wacky costumes.
Oh,
and stuff
Caesar
like that.
Flickerman.
Yes.
Stanley Tucci.
Yeah,
with the blue hair.
yeah.
Can I say that Katniss' sister's cat is my favorite character?
Oh, yeah, the sister.
Prim's cat.
Yeah.
What was his name?
I
No.
don't
Oh, the
remember.
cat.
Yeah, no, Prim's cat. Her sister's cat.
That's based actually. It's a really good.
Her blown into bits sister's cat.
No, he doesn't know about that.
Too bad. Movie's been out for like 10 years. I don't know what to tell you.
Too soon.
Movie's been out for like 10 years. I don't know what to tell you.
If it makes you feel better, I know how the ending of the movie
Gale.
I
goes.
assume.
Gale. If anybody tells me that their favorite character is Gale, there's something clinically wrong with
that's-
them.
I'm a
Actually.
certified Gale hater.
Yeah. Who's your favorite character?
For me, it's Finnick.
Finnick's a great choice. After we get the book and movie about Haymitch, I think it'd be really cool to see Finnick's games.
That's the
I
only
agree.
way to make it all full circle.
Yeah, I'm totally here for that actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I feel like everyone always talks about Finnick in like a very bold. He didn't have a lot of screen time.
He didn't, but he didn't have much in the book either.
That's fair.
So
yeah, I agree. I would like some more Finnick content.
yeah, I feel like it would be cool because I mean, like, there's a lot of like, I know that he has a lot of like lore behind him, like his character and stuff. I mean, obviously, I know a lot of them do. Like, obviously, President Snow himself had a lot
Crazy.
of lore. Battle of Songbirds and Snakes, crazy movie, by the way.
Yeah, I love
We
it.
reviewed that a while
We
ago when
did,
it came out.
yeah.
I remember crazy.
I think I might have Regency bias, but I'm a big fan of Songbirds and Snakes.
I think it's
Me
great.
too.
I love it.
I
I think
I-
Rachel Ziegler was great. I think Tom Blythe was awesome. I thought it was awesome.
I think
Honestly, I love that movie. The only thing that I didn't like is the CGI snakes. But it's mainly because it looks a bit weird.
That's
that
fair.
it is CGI,
Here's-
but that's about it.
We're all butt in about the book versus movie conversation because in the book, you get a lot more of Snow's like inner monologue and he's kind of like the unreliable narrator.
Right.
We don't get that at all in the movie.
Oh, that makes sense.
So I feel like that would have been cooler to see in the movie, maybe.
It's one of those things where it's, like, it's kind of hard to, like, I guess it's
Yeah.
kind of him talking to himself, but it's like, it's just not who his character is.
Yeah,
Honestly, personally, I don't like movies with like narrations,
That's
or
fair.
or TV shows or anything with narrations. So yeah, if it's a TV show, a movie, anime, I don't really like narrations for them.
Yeah. I would like to shout out the aspect ratio change when Katniss is going up for, I think it's in Catching Fire Part 2.
The best
And
scene right after the thing with
Yeah.
Cinna. Cinna, no! She's just going up
and then the aspect ratio just, oh!
Catching Fire is such a good movie, dude. Oh God.
This really makes me want to rewatch the movie.
I want to now. I want to read the books now too, but that's like a lot of time.
I do want to read the books. I agree. Mike, when is it coming? I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
Oh, do we know when the book's coming out in August or November?
The book's already out.
Oh, sorry. The movie's coming out in.
The movie comes out
20th, 2026.
You got that.
Oh, next year.
Oh, wow, a whole year. Okay.
I probably should.
So I got time to catch up then.
Me too.
You do. Yeah, because I'm going to read the book before it comes out, because I made the mistake of not reading the book before Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes came out. So.
Is Songbirds and Snakes the longest book?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like 500.
I don't know about
pages.
anymore, but.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, none of us died during the first day of the game, so while you wait for the bloodshed to begin, check us out as we talk about one of our favorite April Fool's traditions, YouTube pranks. So stay with us and may the odds be ever in your favor.
At Kent State University, student athletes from around the world find their home away from home.
My dream has always been to come to the United States and play basketball on a college level.
I'm gonna be the first graduate in my family. It's a big thing for me.
The faculty members here at Kent State are incredible.
I feel like Kent State, it has all the opportunity in the world.
Northeast Ohio is the ideal place for them to excel athletically and academically. From the moment they arrive, students are surrounded by a network of support that helps them thrive and achieve their dreams.
We are a family, so helping each other out is one of the most important things.
Straight away, I knew I had people that I could count on. As soon as I got here, between coaches, friends that I met pretty early on, I feel like this is a second home now.
This is the place. This is it.
Coach Starkey, he always asks about how you're doing.
Our coaches are so supportive. They make you better athletes, and so many of those qualities are transferable. You're going to come out of here being a successful student athlete.
Multiple studies have shown that marijuana can slow both driver reaction and response time, which can be really dangerous. He's here. He's here. Wait. What? I can't drive. Why? My. Oh.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
I'm Robert De Niro. My beautiful grandson Leo died by fentanyl poisoning. He didn't even know he was taking it. Please join me and my family in our fight against the poisoning of a nation. Go to ladrfoundation.org.
I felt accomplished after I got my diploma. Made me feel that I could take on whatever challenges life throws at you.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Jimmy can't sing and Tommy can't dance, so we're gonna put some ants in their pants.
Kids will spend 22 minutes watching us, the super duper party troopers, sing about ants in their pants.
Isn't that funny? Ants in their pants, they got ants in their pants, they've got ants in their pants.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Without music on, check us fully at the 1975. Amen.
You think you're just checking your messages or telling a friend you're on your way. They could be the last words you ever type. Make sure you get where you're going.
I have some sad news. I'm resigning from the Blurb. I'm sorry. It's been fun, but Trinka! Speaking of bamboozling people on April Fool's Day, YouTubers have done a lot of those to waste their like subscribers' time, and it is hysterical. So let's discuss some of the best April Fool's pranks they've done.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So,
you can start off. Why don't you start off? This is your
Okay.
book after all.
Right. Yeah. So, one of my favorite ones, I'm just gonna start with this really easy one. So, this is by a YouTuber that I really like called Mess Yourself. I don't know what happened to him, but like he stopped doing YouTube for like years now.
I know, I feel like I heard of him, like when I was younger.
He kept saying on Instagram and stuff that he's coming back, and I'm pretty sure he uploaded a video about him coming back, and like he just dipped again. So I don't know what's going on with him, but basically this video is about YouTuber pranks. April Fool's pranks that you can do at home. So that's really fun. And one of my favorite ones that he did was him putting googly eyes on everything in the fridge.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can see that.
Yeah, it's
was
so
up a minute
hilarious.
ago.
So yeah.
Speaking of YouTubers going on hiatuses.
I guess that's my cue to talk about Dan and Phil.
And mine as well.
So, as you can see, I'm wearing my Dan and Phil Crafts shirt, which, has a long and storied history, starting all the way back in, I think, 2015 with the Square Flakes tutorial, where, Dan and Phil decided to set up a crafts channel, where they just the vibes are just really weird in those videos, and with each subsequent year, in 2016 and 2017 especially, things just get a little more like off. And at the end of the Potato Prince episode in 2017, Dan sacrifices Phil in a satanic ritual.
Yes, of
and
course.
then of course they went on their
As one does.
Oh yeah, as one does. They went on their almost 5-year hiatus, starting in like 2018, I think, and then returned in the fall of 2023, which I actually did cry when I watched the return video. Anyway,
I'll never forget where I was. I think I was here, actually, and I saw that they uploaded, and I started shouting to the rooftops like Paul Revere. Dan and Phil posted on the Crafts channel. They're back.
Oh yeah, I didn't.
You weren't here for that. But
I was not yet here.
It's
and
okay.
I remember I watched it, and the production value on the
The
Crafts
last
video,
one was
yeah,
crazy.
It's insane. Like they straight up like they rented out like a abandoned like cabin or something, and like actually like had like a puppet or something of like Baphomet.
Yeah.
It was and it starts off as like a slime video. It's great. It's honestly some of the best cinema I've seen.
I love how it started off as like just a prank that was just gonna be like a one and done, and then it
Yeah.
got so popular that they did it like 3 years in a row.
They actually got a 100,000 subscriber plaque for that channel because so many people subscribed.
I know, that's so funny.
Seems like a really good dedication to their crafts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just feel bad for everyone with the comment spam.
Yeah, this one's it's kind of a prank. I think we all remember. Last year, Shane and Courtney from Smosh announced that they got married on April Fool's Day. No one knew if it was real or not, and then eventually they confirmed it on the podcast on Smosh Mouth.
Kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was the week after because that day was a podcast episode.
That's true.
And they had, they had.
Yeah, they
Angela-
just randomly posted wedding photos, and everybody was like, "Is this real? Or is it like?"
Yeah.
And
And
I
they
think
had the
everybody kind
live-
of collectively agreed that if it wasn't a joke, then it was even funnier.
Oh yeah, and then they had the live stream podcast episode.
Yeah.
With Shane and Amanda.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a wild day to be alive on.
Yeah,
and
for
experience the
sure.
internet.
Smosh also did the 1 hour special.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
2014.
that's one of my favorite ones. So what they did is they start off the video with Ryan Higa as one of the characters, and they owe money or something, and they have to deliver a package to Ryan Higa, and basically, it started off really cinematic, but the whole video is just them walking for a straight hour.
I know this one. I know this one because it got discussed in the Anthony Padilla I Spent a Day with Matt Pat episode. Because Matt Pat used to be like the Smosh content advisor, tell them what things would be good or bad for the channel.
I didn't know.
And apparently Matt Pat was like, "This is a horrible idea. This will not do good things to your channel." And it did. As far as I know, I never watched it, but I know that as far as I know, it flopped.
Yeah, it flopped really bad that they, I think a few weeks later they came out saying at the end of a video they made that we're sorry for wasting your time and all that. It's really funny.
Never underestimate the power of Ian Hecox.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Really true.
Ian Hecox in an unlimited wardrobe.
I
True
love
power right
Smosh.
there. True power.
Honestly,
Get that man in Congress.
The worst part is I'd vote for him.
It's true.
yeah, same here. Except I can't vote, but yeah. But at least not here. Back home I can, but
Do you guys watch Dead Meat at all?
yeah, for sure.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
It's the guy who does the horror movie Kill Counts.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I think.
yeah.
So.
He did a couple years ago. He did
Avengers
Infinity War,
quote unquote. So
but then it ended up being a completely different video.
yeah,
Oh,
it-
really?
I forget what the movie was. He
no,
made the
it's
thumbnail.
not a movie. It's
That was the thumbnail. Yeah.
so that was the original thumbnail. They changed it
Since
to
then, yeah.
what it was actually now. But so yeah, this happened because Dead Meat was asked a bunch of times by people, "Hey, please do Infinity War kill count," and James A. Janice was like,
He's like, no.
"No,
It's like, how are you supposed to know
we're
how many
a
things-
First of all, that's
horror
half of
channel.
an entire universe.
How are you supposed to know how much?
We
That's
are
literally
a
infinity.
horror channel, so we're not
Yeah.
gonna do that. But then
Literally.
again, they did kill counts for the Mortal Kombat movies, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
anyways, so
whatever.
the actual video is about an episode of this show called Boy Meets World or something.
Seriously?
And
Oh yeah. It was the Boy Meets World episode where
Yeah, it's-
where I think it was Sean. Imagines
yeah, it's
everybody's dead or something. Like
It's
that.
and then there was Sean or Shane, I don't remember
Sean,
the
it was
name.
Sean.
Yeah. But
Sean and Corey.
yeah, but basically yeah, that was the kill count of the episode. But I believe it ended with Sean waking up from a dream or something, so it was kind of pointless.
Yeah, but I'll never forget the heart attack I had when I first saw that thumbnail.
Oh yeah,
When
same.
it popped up in my notifications, I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
James, what do you? And then I remember what day it was, and then I
Yep.
watched the video, and about 30 seconds in, he was like, just kidding.
Yep.
So
Yeah. Got a lot of James.
really
and-
funny though.
Yeah, it
Really
was
funny,
really funny because they're not gonna do this obviously, and it's too high to count anyways.
Half of an entire universe. Yeah.
Yep.
Probably actually the answer would be infinity.
Yeah. Well, pranking on April Fool's Day can be really fun, but you know what else is fun? Giving the cast an impromptu prompt so that they can, I don't know, quickly act on it. Next up, we have Rocco's insane game of exactly just that.
Good morning. Hope you all had a good weekend and are ready to be inspired. One quick thing I want to remind you guys to be studying.
Major key alert. Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
Class, today we're talking about inspirational quotes.
You want to get that paper? You better turn in that paper and get an A+. That's a major key. Another one. Mogul talk. You want to reach the mountaintop? You got to go hard. To succeed, you have to believe. Stay focused, fly higher than the eagle. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote from recent history?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
Go. You feel good about that? No. I'm looking at it right.
And yellow today, feel free to use orange, feel free to use green, feel free whatever you want to do. These are what I have in my refrigerator.
Students, especially those that are in CCI fondly enough, are going to be visiting there quite often. But does their reward program
Hey there, I'm Lance Bass, and this is CHIP. And for more than 100 years, American Humane has been protecting animals in times of crisis. And if you're like me, your pet means the world to you, and you want to keep them safe if disaster strikes. American Humane's first responders are always prepared to rescue animals in danger, but you can also help. To learn more about disaster planning and keeping your animals safe, please visit AmericanHumane.org.
Hey, I'm worried about your parents. We need to show them how to spot phishing emails.
Agreed, the scammers are out of control.
Plus, help them add multi-factor authentication.
Yes, we use MFA at work and it's great. Software update? Done. Time to celebrate.
For more information on how to keep yourself and those you care about safe online, go to cisa.gov/secure-our-world.
How can you hate Star Wars?
Kung Fu Panda.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Here for a late night walk.
Yes.
Late night walks around
Oh my
campus.
gosh.
Not
I
bad.
always, you know, like the swing.
Student Center.
What?
Wait, care, you mean like healthcare?
Cares Center.
Student Center.
Where you can get support.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. At the top of the show, everyone was assigned a random artist and a random person from the show. Their goal was to create an ideal co-headliner tour, and during the small time frames the cast had. I will be judging each pairing based on their creativity, set list, deep cuts, venue, and any other quirky details. While each pairing may be iconic, there can only be one top co-headliner. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Blurb World Tour. Starting up, we have Team 4 with Vinny and Brian.
Hello everyone, we are Team 4. Our set list that we were drawn was a famous pop boy band, Big Time Rush, and metalcore band, Ice Nine Kills. So we decided they have completely different vibes, so we're gonna go with a day and night tour. The tour is called the Day and Night Tour. During the daytime, you'll have Big Time Rush come out and perform their set list, and then the nighttime, Ice Nine Kills comes out with their set list. So not only does it get darker throughout the day, but it also gets smellier. Big Time Rush's set list is gonna look very, very similar because they're gonna be like the main attraction, like the head. So they're gonna go Boyfriend, they're gonna go the self-titled track, they're gonna do everything, they're gonna do What You Want, everything that they've done. And it's gonna be a fun thing for people to just kind of vibe to.
Not to mention, if it's a rainy day, you don't want to be scared, because if it hits the night, it's gonna be a stab to the back, which will be a grave mistake.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those are all references to Ice Nine Kills songs, if you didn't know. And the final big detail is that it's called the Day and Night Tour, so why not bring out Kid Cudi as the special guest to perform his hit song, Day and Night, at the end. And everyone can mosh to that after they've already moshed to a bunch of Ice Nine Kills songs. So that's our Cola headline tour. It's a very, very interesting opposite side of the spectrum combination. It doesn't make that much sense, but you'll have a lot of fun having two completely different vibes. Because there are a lot of people out there who listen to two completely different things, and I think this is the perfect tour for them. That's our argument.
Yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you guys for that. I appreciate it. I will be holding all comments as Clone White and I will be discussing at the end once we hear all arguments. But thank you guys. Up next, we have Peter and Laz.
Okay.
Well.
Alrighty. So, we were assigned, well, I was personally assigned Conan Gray. And who were you?
And I was also assigned Dolly Parton.
So basically, we were thinking of, you know, calling it the OK Boomer Tour because it's, well, it's a, Conan Gray is a, you know, right on the cusp of Gen Z and Millennial. And Dolly Parton is herself a boomer, and she's a pretty okay one, you know, if you had to ask me.
Okay, boomer.
Yeah. So, you know, we were thinking of having some of the, like, the set list be, I mean, of course we had to
we had Heather, Love Comes On, The Cut That Always Bleeds, which is trending on TikTok, and
then we've also,
Maniac.
yeah, and we got, like, you know, some, you know, Dolly stuff like 9 to 5, Coat of Many Colors, Jolene. You know, this stuff goes really well together. You know, but we've still got like that, like the contrast between, you know, like the, you know, classic country with the more modern
music.
Yeah, it's a great, you know, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Very nice. I would like to take a quick note and say these were all randomized, and obviously it's very hard to work with these, but I think we have some very creative minds coming on the Blurb here tonight. Up next, Nick and Andy.
Hey, crew. Okay, so we had a little bit of a wild card.
Yep.
So I ended up getting Panic at the Disco.
And I got Foreigner.
So we decided to call it the Foreign Disco Tour. We were thinking we would have it at Radio City Music Hall. And for the set list, we were thinking things like, we were thinking strictly if we were going, I don't know if we had to stick to like modern versions of the bands, but I was thinking if it is Panic Disco, I would go like older original Panic Disco, like when Ryan Ross was there, stuff like that.
Yeah,
So they do like songs like All Right, Sins Not Tragedies, Sarah Smiles.
Gospel.
Yeah.
What was that one? Emperor's
New Groove.
Yeah,
Foreigner, Cold as Ice, Waiting for a Girl Like You.
Yep.
You know.
I want to know what love is, so
Yeah.
the classic.
They could, we were thinking that they would maybe like cover each other's songs, possibly duet on them. We didn't really have any special guest appearances planned, but you know what? I think we can make it work. We were thinking some crazy pyrotechnics. I don't know how that would work in Radio City Music Hall, but you know what? We might burn down a very historic building. It's worth it for the best concert of our lives, though.
Well, in our defense, fire is always pretty, so yay.
That's true. It looks something like that behind us, actually, except inside, and maybe causing damage.
Yeah. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Now, Clone Wyatt and I are going to be discussing a little bit, calculating some stuff. I'm going to have everyone that talked go back onto the green screen. We're just going to tell you, I want to hear you guys' thoughts, how you guys think you did. Give me a little bit of yapping. Let's see what you guys got.
I love Ice Nine Kills.
Oh, that was yours.
Yes.
glad we did justice for you. I hope we did at the very least.
Okay.
Peter.
Scoot in. We're all one big family.
Yeah. Act like we like each other, guys.
Me off.
Okay.
Who feels they did the best?
Not us.
Not us for sure, because
I don't think we did the worst.
Clone Wyatt, how do you feel about this?
I didn't hear what you said.
He's got a bone to pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he a telepath?
Is there? I'm just curious. I know we all wrote down an artist. Did you guys have anyone in particular? What? Did you? Who did you guys hope you would have?
Foreigner, for sure.
Foreigner.
Oh. Ice Nine Kills for sure. They're awesome.
I actually wrote Panic at the Disco.
I also got my wish. I wrote Dolly Parton, so
I wrote
via
King
Peter, I got my wish.
Wizard to throw someone off, and that never got picked. So.
I can also say that I definitely know that Coleman was the one who wrote Conan Gray, and I'm not happy with him for that.
That's surprised he didn't throw in Sticks.
Why are you not happy with him? Conan Gray rocks.
Yeah,
gang.
because I didn't know anything about Conan Gray.
We have
literally
discussed
had no idea.
a little bit, and I'm just going to kind of give you the rundown. Starting up with Vinny and Brian with the Day and Night tour. I appreciate the creativity. I think it's a little simple, but I'm still a fan of it. I appreciate the creativity with that. I think for the set list, having a Kid Cudi feature is very interesting and quite fun. Mentioning the smelliness and all that, honestly, I think you guys did a very solid job. With Peter and Laz, I appreciated the Conan Gray and Dolly P. I understand they're two a little bit different artists, but I think they have a nice little kind of similar sound that can get them together. You lost me on the title. OK Boomer is a little confusing, but I'm not huge on it. You gave a good argument for it, and I appreciate it. I think the set list was great. You got some good songs in there, and I think overall your creativity was incredible. And the Panic at the Disco Foreigner, you caught me with the title with the Foreign Disco. I appreciate that you guys mentioned a venue. That was something that I did have written down on here looking for. The set list was solid. I think obviously having the older era Panic at the Disco and Pyrotechnics is always good. I will say, because Andy and Nick did bring up the venue, I don't think no one else actually brought up like a specific venue, correct? If I'm just so I don't like overhop on somebody. Well, I do appreciate that. I did go out of 5, which would technically make Andy and Nick my personal favorites. I do appreciate the creativity and work that all of you put into it.
Okay, wow.
So,
I didn't expect that.
What? We won?
Yeah.
Because I think we were the only one that actually mentioned, named a venue.
But besides that, it was very tied. That just to give them an additional 5 points. And besides that, Vinny and Brian and Andy and Nick were actually tied, just with the lack of the venue.
Oh, okay.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, dang.
I was throwing Blossom.
I love you didn't know I was supposed to do like a specific venue as well. I assumed it was just the.
I thought it was a tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the tour, the headlines, and the set list is what I was
That's
aware
fair.
of. But
Yeah.
that's okay.
It's fine.
But still, I think you guys worked a lot with what you had, and I appreciate that you guys did this. How are we feeling?
I'm
Pretty
kind of
good.
almost all the time.
That was actually really scary.
It was, yeah.
Well, thank you guys.
Considering I'd never, I
Yeah.
basically never heard of Conan Gray, I feel pretty good.
Right, for sure. Well, thank you guys. That is all we have for the Blurb tonight for you. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our YouTube channel at BSE The Blurb to see more of our beautiful faces, to get more of that Celebra coffee by tuning in next Tuesday at 8 p.m. for more Hollywood at Kent. My name's Rocco Grassi. Thank you, and have a great night, Portage County.
Is it okay over there? Is that good?
Jackie boy, look, we have bbeen through a lot together.
Hurry up before this rain, this rain goes away.
Well, it's just,
There's a place to share gossip about the office party fun, and a place to share the story you tell everyone. There's a place to share a laugh about when things went wrong, and a place to share the video of you dancing to your song. There's a place to share spare change, lunch, and your time. But we could all be better at sharing how we're feeling inside. 76% of employees have struggled with at least one issue that affected their mental health. When you share, you're not alone.
Kent State University's Marcello Fantoni has served on the scientific committee of the Palace of Versailles for the past decade. Through this prestigious position, Fantoni creates worldwide connections, helping Kent State students and faculty realize one-of-a-kind global experiences.
Today, Kent State University is a global university. We have a presence in every single continent of this planet. If we send our Ohio students all over the world and bring their experiences back, we create the conditions in Ohio for a much healthier and stronger development of the entire state. When you come back and you have more tools in your brain, more options for solutions, you are a more talented, a more versatile professional. And this is what the market